this is the first confirmed bearish signal that I'm seeing on the larger picture. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today we're going to do our Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. We've been doing this daily lately because we're at a key point here for Bitcoin. So I want to go through the Bitcoin miner big board first, and then we'll break down the Bitcoin charts and look at a few of the Bitcoin miner charts in specific. So if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And of course, everybody, please smash the like button for us. That helps the channel out a lot. Feel free to drop a comment below with any thoughts or questions. And there's a pinned comment with a link to our free Discord. So you're welcome to come and join us over there. All right, let's start out today by looking at the Bitcoin miner big board and see what went on today. Today was a bit of a mixed bag. Although Bitcoin had a decent day, the Bitcoin miners were mixed. So let's take a look. So you can see this is about half red, half green. Bitfarms was up today 3.25%. Stronghold was up 3.75%. Mawson was up 7%. So those were the three biggest gainers on the day. So nothing too dramatic to the upside, but a few nice moves. And same thing on the downside. TeraWolf was down 3.48%. CleanSpark was down 3.55%. So that continues to give back almost everything that it gained. And Marathon was down 2.22%. So there were some winners and losers today for whatever reason. So I'll give you a minute to just soak in the big board, and you can find the miners that you care about on there and see how they did today. The trading day is done as I'm making this video. So these are the final numbers for the day. All right, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. This is the Bitcoin chart on the 15-minute time frame. So each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. So this is a close-up. As always, there is an orange line. This is where Bitcoin was when the equity markets closed in the US yesterday. So this is where we closed last night, and this is Bitcoin's activity since then. So you'll see we're up over 2% on the day today. We were even a little bit higher than that. Right at the open, we dropped, and then we kind of went sideways and up a little bit for the rest of the day. So all in all, up about 2% from the close on yesterday till the close today. So the first thing is that stops this downward momentum for the moment. Obviously, Monday was a very bad day for Bitcoin. If you recall, Bitcoin was down over 7.5%. So yesterday was tough. The Bitcoin miners got beat up. There's a purple line of support at $38,550. So around $38,500 is an important short-term line of support. It seems like this line is holding. We did dip below it a little bit, but we've got back above it today and retested it, and it has held. So hopefully this line will hold. It's too soon to tell. We haven't gotten enough information to figure out what direction we're going in, but in the meantime, it's a positive sign that we're holding this line. Below this is our most important line of support, and that is at about $37,400. So that red line is something we're going to look at on all the charts that we look at today, because we need to hold above this line. As I talked about in yesterday's video at great length, this line is important. If we dip below this line, that will be setting a lower low on the larger time frame, and that would be a very bearish signal. So we don't want to do that. And again, that doesn't mean we're going to spiral downward into a crypto winter. It just means that in the short term, that would be a bearish signal, and we may have some downward price action ahead. But that has not happened yet, so let's hope that we hold that line. Here we have Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, so we can see the same line at around 37,400, this red line right here. So you can see we nearly bounced off of that yesterday. That held. We've gone up today. Essentially, you can see on March 28th, we were trading at around 48,000. Since then, it's pretty much been a straight line down to this line of support at around $37,400. So if that holds, maybe we can reverse the trend here and start heading back up. But you can see this is basically a 1-month trend that is downward. We're going to look at the larger time frame because this is all inside of what is still potentially a longer-term uptrend that we're on the brink of losing right now. So I want to take a look at that next. Okay, so this one is the one I've been calling Plan Z for zoom out. This is the Bitcoin chart on the 1-day time frame. So this blue channel right here is basically the whole year of 2022 so far. The bottom of this channel is coming in at around $40,000, and the top of this channel is coming in just over $50,000. So today is the very first day this year that it looks like, unless something drastic happens in the next few hours, we will have opened and closed a daily candle below the bottom line of support. That's the bad news. The good news is, here's our red line of support at 37,400 again. So you can see we did not break out of that. there are two trends going on here at once. We've been in this ascending channel here every single day of the year until today. But by the same token, we have been bouncing off of this line at 37,400 since January of this year as well. So you can see we hit this once, twice, three times, kind of 4, 5, 6 times. I mean, we have revisited this line over and over. And for the most part, it candle wicked below it here, and it did have a couple of days below it here, but basically the line at 37,400, the red line, has held up. And then I extended that line out. I'm going to zoom out a little bit further. You can see that line of support actually goes all the way back to August 5th, 2021. So for the most part, other than this brief moment right here, this has been a line of support for almost 9 months now. So as we've talked about over the last week on the channel, so we now need to break over 40,000 to get back into our trading channel. So we're at $39,113 right now. So again, yesterday I said the next couple of days are going to be critical. Well, today, Bitcoin kind of did its job. It did what it needed to do. It did stay above our line of support at 37,400, and it did have an up day. So this was a green candle today. It was not green enough to get back into our trading range. So again, we're in the same spot where we need to have another green day tomorrow, or at least continue to hold this line at $37,400. So I have to say this is the first confirmed bearish signal that I'm seeing on the larger picture. However, you can see it's a little bit of a mixed bag because there's this other trend that we've been holding at this 37,400 line that this did hold onto. So even that one was a mixed signal. That is what Bitcoin's been giving us all year. Very mixed signals. We've been on the verge of big upswings several times. You can see we've had major volatility. So again, the key for us right now is number one, hold our line of support at 37,400. And number two, get back into our trading range, which means we got to get back over 40,000 in the very short term, I would say. And that is in an effort, if we can do that, if we can get back above 40,000 and confirm that over a few days, then again, my price target's been 50,000 in the short term because that would be the top of this channel that we're trading in. We got two scenarios, one of which, if we can get back inside of our trading channel, I think we stand a chance at running up to $50,000. If we can't get back in the trading channel and we can't hold this red line, I think we stand a chance of running down to $33,000 or $34,000. So that's where we sit. This was actually a step in the right direction. So we remain in limbo for another day here. Let's just take a quick look at a few of the Bitcoin miners in specific. All right, so this is CleanSpark on the 1 day time frame. So each one of these candles is 1 day. So you'll see CleanSpark bottomed out here on January 24th at somewhere around $5.66. It got all the way up to $13.14 on March 28th. So that was the peak of the Bitcoin run. And so simultaneously, the Bitcoin miners hit their peak on that day as well. That was at Bitcoin 48,000. So you can see CleanSpark had an incredible run already this year. From the January low until the March high, that was an increase of over 140%. So that was spectacular. So, however, I will tell you that I kept my stock and we're almost all the way back down to where we started. So my risk reward analysis on this is if we were to go from here and retest our low for the year, that's about 15% to the downside for CleanSpark. Most of the other miners have already hit their line of support for the year 2022 or gone through and are below their line of support for the year 2022. So CleanSpark is still a step ahead, although this has been a big pullback. And just to put a number on it, it's been about a 50% pullback. So that means that if we could just get back to where we were on March 28th, that would be a double in the price of the stock. So again, depending on what happens, if we can get back inside of our trading channel and test the higher end of that channel, I think CleanSpark stands a very good chance of doubling, in that period of time, whether that takes a month or 2 months, if that happens. So again, please remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not predicting any of that. I'm just showing you guys what's going on the charts. So please invest carefully. I mean, we just looked at this. This was up 140%, down 50%. These mining stocks are very volatile. Okay, the other one I wanted to look at is Bit Digital, stock ticker BTBT. This is Bit Digital on the 1 day time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 day. You will see that today, Bitcoin put in a new low. Now, this is not their all-time low, but it is a 2-year low. And what that means is The last time Bit Digital was trading at this level is when Bitcoin was at around $11,000 back in October of 2020. So this stock is down further than any of the other stocks. It had a line of support somewhere around $3.50. It took that out at the beginning of April, and it's basically been straight down ever since. It's now down to $2.05. It got down to $2.04 today, which is its 2-year low. And for all intents and purposes, that's its all-time low. Because again, Bitcoin was under $10,000 pretty much prior to that. So on this one, I just want to make people aware there is a reason for this. In addition to the fact that all of the Bitcoin miners have had massive downward pressure in the year 2022, this has been an awful year for all of the Bitcoin mining stocks so far. I'm not going to say the Bitcoin mining companies because some of them are executing their plans very well. Their stocks are just not following along yet. However, in this instance, Bit Digital's entire business got turned upside down in the middle of the year last year when China banned mining, and a lot of their operations were in China. So they were forced to basically dismantle their operations and move them. They're currently operating at an exahash rate that's significantly less than they were at a year ago. So while everybody else has ramped up quite a bit over the last year, some people have doubled or tripled their hash rate, these guys have cut theirs in a third. So that is the reason that this stock is as oversold as it is. So I'm not saying this isn't a good entry point to buy. I don't own this stock. I'm not buying this stock right now. This could be the bottom or it could keep going down. I just wanted people to know that there is an extra factor. This company has a bit of a different story than all the rest of the Bitcoin miners. They plan to get all their machines plugged back in, and they've bought another 10,000 machines that are going to get delivered in the year 2022. So they do have a turnaround strategy. However, that is the reason that this stock is down so drastically. From its recent high on November 1st, which is not its all-time high, this stock is down 86%. From its high back in August of 2021, this stock is down now 90%. They've had some major issues in their business. Having said that, does that justify a 90% decrease in the price of their stock? I don't know the answer. I do know, for me, there's so many good miners that I'm staying away from this one. And I will tell you, just because it's down 90% doesn't mean it's done. I've seen stocks go down significantly from this exact position where they're already down 90% and they take another giant leg down. So that can happen. It has happened over the last few months to several stocks. So please be careful, invest wisely. Thanks so much for watching. We'll definitely bring you another update tomorrow and hopefully with some good news. So if you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you in the next video.